Welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to take a look at my Platinum Arceus binder. Feels a little bit light, so we're probably missing a bunch of cards in this one. At least we got the, looks like a pretty chunky Charizard on the front here. Frostlass, Heatran, Kabutops. Really like the, like looking back, really like the fossil Pokemon from the first gen. We even have the reverse of them there on the back side. We got some more of these Zapdos, Zapdos G, or Team Galactic's Zapdos. Gengar. I guess they just did this to like keep it a little bit cleaner, so that it wasn't like a Rocket Zapdos, or they could have named it like a Galactic's Zapdos. Nothing on this page. I'll show you just in case, so you know that I'm not lying to you. Golem. I find the artwork from Golem is always like drastically different. It's always interesting to see a new variation. We got Lopunny for PFM there. Almost there. There's another. They did a really good job on the artwork for the Gen 1 fossils there. We got the reverse Lopunny. You'd swear that I was a Lopunny collector. Sceptile there with his back pimples. The ghastly artworks are usually pretty interesting too. It's kind of a lot of neat expressions and different ways that they can do the I don't know what you'd call that, like an aura or like the gas around him. The Bronzor artwork is really nice too. I thought initially that I had like a washed out or like error card, but that's just the way that the artwork is. It's kind of got like an oil spill kind of color palette scheme kind of thing. We have our boy Clay Graveler there. Grovyle. I always kind of like too when they have the two different versions of the Pokemon. Largely also when they're at least somewhat comparable or viable in terms of the TCG, because it gives you a couple different options to run in your deck. You can still only run 4 of any Pokemon with the same name, so you wouldn't be able to run 4 of each of them, but still cool to have different options to put one in your deck. Usually the one with the more HP as a non-final stage Pokemon ends up winning out. But sometimes they can have some attacks and such that are useful enough that you might want to use one. So here, these Wormadams are really cool. They haven't really made a reappearance in recent times, at least. Ponyta, Rapidash. I don't know if there's another Wormadam there that I'm missing. I would have to guess that it is. Bagon, Beedra. Seems like they're kind of getting away from the trainer Pokemon, which is kind of sad. I was really hoping that after Cosmic Eclipse came out that they'd do more character rares, because those were amongst my favorite cards. We got the 3 Burmies here. Little baby Baneri. Cherubi. Back to the Yukimori. And then we haven't, I don't think in the last couple sets we've seen any Kamiyas, but that could be just that I was missing them too. We got the Krogunk returned to Kamiya down there on the bottom left. And the Burmy. I guess the Burmy as well. I just didn't notice him on the last page. Very distinct. Should have been obvious. I guess I'll have to open my eyes. The Gulpin is really cool. It's almost like a, I don't know what you'd call that, like a storybook kind of artwork. The very cartoon lightning bolts and rain. There's a Ghastly there, so that's kind of where I was getting. So it was like very hard to see his eyeballs or his like pupils. The one on the right is like super faint. I thought maybe he had like a blank stare there at the start, but I guess they left that up to Kabuto here with the glowing red eyes. Pikachu looking happy at the bottom there. Ponyta. I don't know what's going on with this. This Ammonite is underwater. And he's looking up. I don't know if he's going to eat the leaves that are floating on the top there. I would assume that he wouldn't mind having that as a snack. We have him down there at the bottom in the reverse as well. So the sets. Oh, there we go. We're getting into the Tokiya cards. One of my favorite artists. I think there's a couple Tokiya Mawiles. There's one for sure. But just really crazy style. It really stands out. It's almost like a painted kind of look to it. You can like see the brush strokes or like shading that makes it kind of really stand out from the other stuff. Here we get into the trainers. Nothing on the left side. Couple of reverse trainers there. As you can tell, they're a little bit difficult to get in good shape. We'll take the level X's out as per tradition at the end to get a closer look at the big boys. We got Arceus here. I was also thinking when I grabbed this binder that it's weird that Arceus got his own set with the name Arceus, like Platinum Arceus. But they haven't done that with Pikachu or Charizard yet. So, I guess you can't really rule that out. Especially with the amount of Charizards they've been printing recently. Seems like every set has to have a Charizard or a Pikachu, Jumbo Pikachu chase card. So here we got our page of Arceus. Would you say Arceus? Missing a few here, but those are kind of neat. They have this like sideways like bands on them, and I believe if you put them all in order, the bands will kind of like line up. But yeah, so going this way, and then probably starts. There might be like a middle piece here, or it might just start going the other way, or continue this way. But when you put them together, and then it'll start going the opposite direction. So if you had some kind of really long binder, or like a photo frame that was really long, you could put them all together. I don't know if I have anything special at the back here. We'll give it a check. We got lots of empty pages. Of course, we get some crosshatch, Spiritomb, and Expert Belt. And then we have the shattered foil Charizard that was probably from a theme deck. And nothing in terms of graded. So like where these sets, the cards were much less expensive. I probably didn't bother getting anything good graded cards. Just because at that point you're probably paying for the slab rather than the card itself. And it's just pretty easy to pick up near mint copies of all that stuff at the end, or at least it was. Anytime that I've looked, 2020 might be a different story. But yeah, we'll fill it out eventually. We'll have to start making some serious progress on these inexpensive cards, but just hard to find. We just got to put the man hours in to actually track them down in good shape and bump our number up a little bit in terms of total cards in the collection. Well, thanks guys for tuning in, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next one.